Good afternoon, folks. Joey Nelson here at Park Model Homes. Today we're going to do a little bit different video for you guys. Today we're going to be discussing what kind of options you want to consider when putting in an order for your custom park model. So this first house that we're looking at, they're actually both at Liberty 260 from Woodland Park. So this first one, you might have seen a video I've done on this maybe a month ago. This is the Liberty with a front porch. So most people, what they're going to want to consider doing when building a porch is doing it off the side, because when we add the door off to the front, sometimes it limits your furniture placement. You know, sometimes your property works out better to where you have a front porch on it and you don't need a whole lot of furniture in the unit. It might just be, you know, for a couple people. So what most people end up doing is what we have here on this other Liberty 260, where we have the big front window package for the views. We've got the recessed entertainment center here on the side. One of the main options I would recommend looking into is getting prepped for an AC. We do this on all of our park models now. We have a massive shortage on air conditioners, but local HVAC technicians are able to install a unit on site when it gets there. So this has got the wiring, the J-box, the return air, everything's already there. Front window package, we always add the Pentagon window up above. Another option most people want to do when considering on custom building a park model is doing the tall cathedral ceilings throughout. Tall flat ceilings, you have the transom windows up above. The standard roof line is what you're going to see up here, this peak. That peak is going to continue all the way to the lofted area. So adding that clear story window, it's going to give you a much taller ceiling, lots more windows, brings in a lot of natural light. So this unit, we threw quite a few options into it. This is a great example of things you want to consider when purchasing a park model. So I get the question a lot, you know, we want a dishwasher. We can certainly do them. It takes up some valuable storage space, but you know, if you'd rather not have a bank of drawers and put a dishwasher in, we can accommodate for an 18-inch stainless steel dishwasher or black, depending on the color you want to do. But we can certainly do it. It's just going to take a bank of drawers out of the way. So one of those things you want to consider as well. So we're going to look into here. You might notice that we did Corian counters. So most builders are going to do a Formica counter. We did the Corian counters on this one. Some builders do granite or quartz. It is a somewhat expensive option, but if you like the nicer countertops, it is an option that you can add in. Just gives it a whole different feel when you have these Corian counters in. Another thing is the backsplash. Most builders are going to do a 4-inch, say Corian or Formica backsplash, depending on what countertop you pick. This is a subway tile full extension backsplash. It makes it easier to keep it clean, wipe it down in the kitchen. It looks nice, good transition there. The farm sink, so standard is a 2-bowl stainless steel sink. We did the upgraded farm sink, 1 big bowl. The faucet, this always comes standard with the pull-down faucet. But having that upgraded sink makes it a little bit easier, especially if you got a dishwasher. You can just rinse them off there in the sink, throw them right in the dishwasher. Really simple and easy. Another thing is the electric fireplace. Most people want the storage in the entertainment center. Some people don't really need the storage. They don't really use DVDs. Everything's internet based anyways, so Netflix or whatever. So if you don't want the storage, we could do a big 30-inch electric fireplace centered up there on your entertainment center. However, you know, if you want the storage, we could take that fireplace out. We could put a center cabinet here and 2 small cabinets on each side. Got the spot to hang your TV. Another thing is when we do these tall flat ceilings, we have the ability to add some accent stuff like this tray ceiling. Now on the tray ceilings, we have 4 different colors of cabinets and whatever you wanted your beams to match your cabinets. Or if you do 2 different colors of cabinets, say gray lowers, white uppers, some people might want to just keep their beams gray. However, you could do white if you wanted to. What I like to personally do is match whatever trim you're going to do in the house. So if you have gray trim, match it up with that. If you have white trim, match it up with that too. So one of those things you want to consider when adding the tray ceiling in there. Another thing I recommend for people, especially on this floor plan, some other floor plans have better spaces for it, but add some coat hangers. You don't really have very many spots to hang up your coats when you walk in the door. So that's one of those inexpensive options that I always recommend my customers adding. The other thing is appliances. So most RV parks, 50 amp service, can't do electric cooking. We got to do propane for the cooking and the heating. But if you have 100 amp service to your site, we can of course go all electric on the unit. So that's something that we would discuss when designing your house, what your power looks like, what you'd prefer. But you know, this one we did stainless steel for the appliance color. You could do black. Some other builders you could do white if you'd like to. Most people like this stainless steel option because it's fairly inexpensive as well. So I've talked about this before. We always have a second door in this area, but 90% of the houses we sell all have washer dryers in them. So as stated in my previous videos, we can prep for it. Sometimes these washer and dryers are a little expensive from the plant, so they get them locally. So find out what's available local in your area. 24-inch stackable washer dryers is what's going to fit into a park model. So see what it costs there locally before you just have the manufacturer add them into the order. We wanted it as turnkey as possible for this house, so we went ahead and installed the washer dryers in the cabinet there. All right, so I've talked about this upgraded shower before, but I don't think I've ever really shown it in a video. So in this bathroom standard, we have an 8-inch lip. It's a one-piece fiberglass shower, and we do a recessed headwell. It's got the Duma shower wall surround. Now, if you've got knee problems, you have mobility issues, I hands down recommend this shower. We've only got a 2 or 3-inch lip on this, and it makes it very easy to get in and out of the shower. So I've also had people ask me if we can put shower seats in here. It's not something that I can personally do, but you know, it's 2x4 construction with the Duma walls. It'd be easier to mount a chair on site when it gets there by a local contractor. Nothing I really get involved with, but that's one of those things you might want to consider adding when the unit gets delivered. As you can see, this is Corian counters as well. So this is prepped for an electric, it's a lighted mirror. So, you know, sometimes people might want it like a glamour mirror in their bathroom. You know, personally, a lot of people go with the 3 mirrors because it's all medicine cabinets. So you're going to have a mirror here, here, and here. All of them open up for storage. But if you're looking for something a little bit nicer, a little bit more flashy, we could do the lighted mirror in here. Always recommend adding cabinetry anywhere you can. So this is the cabinet above the commode that we added. You know, good spot for small linens, hand towels, stuff like that. Always recommend doing that. And I always recommend, if your floor plan accommodates for it, add the opening window. Brings in light, good for ventilation. That's one of those things I strongly would consider on doing if the plan accommodates for it. All right, coming into the bedroom, we have the drop floor. Huge benefit having all that extra ceiling clearance. You can see here that we step down into the bedroom. Most builders do not do this. That's why I love Woodland Park, because they do a drop floor in the bedroom, gives you that extra ceiling height. One thing to consider, this one has a queen size mattress already here. Now, most people are pretty particular about their mattresses, and that, you know, if you have a requirement for your mattress, I'd recommend not putting the mattress in. Just put the box frame in and get your own mattress, because we only have 2 options. So that's one of those things to consider. We've also got the cabinetry above the bed. Like I said, anywhere you can add storage, add it. Got the closets on each side. We did the beadboard inserts on this, kind of nice. It gives a little texture to it, but we could do shaker cabinets as well. Once again, Corian counters. So the Corian's going to be on all surfaces in the house: nightstands, entertainment center, closets. And we're going to come up here to the loft. This is the storage loft. This is one of those big things. You know, the first question I ask people, you looking for a loft or no loft? Because that totally changes the house. Great for storage. As you can see, this is all the ship loose material that comes with the home: siding, screen door, extra shingles, extra flooring. That stuff comes included. But, you know, a lot of people like lofts because it's good for storage. You might not be spending most of your time up there, but it's good to have the extra storage when you need it. Anyways, this is just a brief discussion about some of the options that I would consider recommending to people when designing their park model. Everyone's got their own opinions on things, and I'd love to hear your opinions in the comments below. What would you do to change this house? What options did I miss? Anyways, really love that you guys follow my channel. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. If you got any questions, give me a call. 888-222-2699. Joey Nelson, Park Model Homes.